right, time for some self-tanner. I like to use a little self-tanner, and I especially wanted to tan my face because I don't want to wear makeup in this heat. It's bad enough I have to glob on all this sunscreen. I don't want to try to get foundation and all this other makeup on over that. So I wanted to do a little self-tan. I'm going to be giving some self-tanning tips, and I'm doing mine at home. Now, if you have the budget, getting a spray tan professionally done is great. I mean, it's a better tan. It's more even, it tends to last longer, but I love the DIY versions too. And I'm on a retirement budget, so I'm doing this little DIY home makeover and self-tanner. But whether you're doing it at home or going out to get it professionally done, the following tips will help you get a better result. I think everyone knows this, but I'll just say it. Exfoliation and moisturization. Your skin needs to be exfoliated and moisturized. Something else I do is shave your legs or wax the day before, or even, the day before that, because you don't want the little channels that result from shaving and waxing to collect your tanner. So you want that to be all closed up, the surface to be smooth. Also, I don't like to put self-tanner on freshly waxed or freshly shaved legs. Self-tanner is a bunch of chemicals, and if you've seen some of my other videos, I really don't like that, but I make exceptions. I try to cut down in some spaces, some areas, and then I'll, make exceptions for others, and this is one of my exceptions. Your retinol, you want to have done your retinol day a couple days before so that you're nice and smooth. Some areas that I pay special attention to are that little patch on your knees, my elbows, and also around the base of my feet. Wherever there's a dry, thicker skin, that's going to pull the tanner up more. So you want to make sure those areas are super plump with moisture before you put on your self-tanner. I am going to do my feet, so I've put lots and lots, you can see it on my fingers, lots and lots of moisturizer right in here, because I'm just going to kind of go up in here, and I want it to be a nice blend, and I don't want to have like settling tanner in any kind of crevices. I make a little time for a little naked walking and some fan time. You really want to dry before you put your clothes on, and also be aware of if you have any foldy spots. I have some foldy spots under my breasts. I've got a little, butt cheek action happening, and those spots will get creases if you don't kind of dry them. So I like to have a fan going, and then I can kind of, walk around and sort of dry off those foldy parts. Give yourself an hour to dry off without doing things, and also without sweating. Don't set yourself up in a situation where you're in a sweating situation after doing your tanner. Some other areas I'm going to moisturize are my lips, or rather, not moisturize necessarily, but put a barrier on is really what I'm doing. I've got some Aquaphor, and because I'm doing my face, I'm going to put this on my lips. I don't really know if I want my lips tanned, so I'm doing that. I'm also going to rub this in, around, and under my fingernails. I don't use a tanning mitt, mostly because I've just never have. I've never owned one. I want to buy one. They're probably better. I just go for it. And then you can get off any excess tanner with ammonia, like a little bit of ammonia and water mixed together. But also, if I just take some Aquaphor and rub it under my nails and around my nails, it just kind of helps keep the tanner from getting under there. I'm just kind of going like this and rubbing it in and around my fingernails so that they don't tan deeply. And then I'm wiping my hands well on a rag that I have here on my countertop, which is something else I would suggest. I am doing my self-tanning in our guest bath because in the primary, we have marble floors, and that marble will stain. We've already stained it. Luckily, it kind of blends in because of the marble pattern, but I like to do my self-tanner and any kind of dyeing that I'm doing in this bathroom because it's a tile floor and it's a dark charcoal gray. I am using today this Saint-Tropez Self Tan Classic, and then this one, it's from Saint-Tropez, on my face. I've never used this before, and hopefully it's going to be good, or this video is going to be a little different. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to put this one all over my body. I'm going to get my back only as far as I can. I find I can get away with that. If my husband was here, I would talk him into doing my back, which he doesn't like because it makes his hands, you know, stained, blah, 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 blah. But it seems like I can get away with it. And here is, you know, another advantage to going and getting a professional spray tan is that it's much more even, but I'm just going to do my best. So it's been about 15 minutes. I've been walking in front of the fan and kind of just trying to dry off without making creases. I'm going to put on my little, I have a very soft black bra that I'm going to put on, and this is like my tanning dress. It's just a little strappy light dress that I like to wear after I've tanned. And a little trick that one of the professional places I went to had us do was right before we left, after drying, just a little tiny dusting of powder, you know, in the creasy spot. Just kind of dries them out a little bit and keeps you from, you know, getting like a sweat there. All right, and I also wanted to say, look at how clean my hands are. This is the ammonia. I just do a little bit of ammonia in some water in the sink. You know, it will also take any tanner off the back of my hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this set, and it takes about 24 hours, I find, for the tan to really develop, maybe even a little longer. So if you're doing this for a special occasion, keep that in mind. I would do it a couple days before, and it also gives you a chance to find any spots you might have missed, do any little touch-ups. I noticed a couple of dark areas right here where I felt like I didn't get my tanner really rubbed in, so I took some moisturizer and I just kind of rubbed it, you know, around a little bit, did the same to the other side, just to kind of blend it. Also, this is an area under the arm, which doesn't naturally tan. So anyway, do it a couple days ahead. You can do a little patchwork with moisturizer and self-tanner. That's what I do and what I'll probably do for the backs of my hands, maybe around my feet if I missed any areas. So I'm going to let this set up and I'll see you in a day or so. It is 2 days later, and all in all, I'm happy with my self-tan. I just have a nice glow. I did do my face twice. This product, I'm still a little on the fence over. It was okay. It's a nice light coverage. The instructions said that you didn't have to rub it in, but honestly, next time I think I will rub it in just to kind of try it. This product I have used for a long time and I do really like it. And actually, I have used this on my face. I just moisturize very, very well, then put a little bit of this on and just kind of rub it in, and that works fine too. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you have any favorite things to do when you self-tan, please leave them in the comments below. Next, I will be dyeing my eyebrows and eyelashes, so look for that video, and until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day.